This video is gonna be more of like a sciencey advice type of video. I know y'all haven't had this type of content in a while. So this is how to be more creative, right? So I'm gonna give you all of the tips that you can use to basically jumpstart your brain, because that's basically where creativity even comes from, right? It's all within your brain. So step one, you already notice I talk about this a lot, but it's diets, right? If you don't have proper nutrition, you don't have proper dieting, trust me, your brain is not going to be able to function. But also, it goes even deeper than that, right? So I'm going to talk about like the biggest one out of all of that, out of diet and all of that. The biggest one, the main one is actually sleep, right? See, when we're asleep, our brain is actually more active than when we're awake. So this alone should actually show you something. Our brain is literally so active when we're awake. We think that, okay, our brain is active. We're thinking. We're doing all of these worldly tasks. We're doing this. We're doing that. You might have school. You're doing mathematics. You're studying. All of this takes off brain power. But the crazy thing is, our brain is so much more advanced than we even think it is, that when we literally sleep, the moment when you're literally not doing anything, your brain is even more active compared to when you're actually awake. So this is actually like crazy, right? It goes to show how like competent our brain really is. The capacity that it holds is basically beyond measure, right? We can't even think about how much the capacity of our brain actually is. See, a lot of people, they might tell you, oh, your brain can only do this or it can only do that. But the crazy thing is, trust me, along the journey, you're really going to surprise yourself, right? So how to become more creative? Step one, sleep properly, right? Notice I did not say sleep more. I did not say, oh, sleep earlier or whatever the case may be. I said sleep properly, because a lot of people, they don't actually sleep properly. They think they're sleeping, but they don't actually sleep properly. They use all of these unnatural alarm sounds and all of that. So the quick side note, right? If you're using an alarm, if you need to have an alarm to wake up or whatever, right? Cool. What you need to do is stop waking up to music. Stop waking up to all of these weird random noises, right? You literally need to download a specific app or whatever app that allows you to have natural sounds. So this is literally like birds chirping or like water flowing or nature sounds, right? You literally have to wake up to nature sounds. So like I use birds chirping, but you could use like the ocean moving or whatever the case may be, right? But you cannot, trust me, you should not be waking up to music. You should not be waking up to loud alarm clock noises and beeping and all of that. What happens is it rises your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone, right? So you literally just wake up out of REM sleep. You just wake up out of sleep and then instantly you're bursted with all of these weird loud noises and all of that. So this is literally now your substitute. You have to wake up to natural sounds. I use birds chirping, and to me that's the best, cause with rivers or the beach flowing and all of that, it doesn't actually like wake you up to the point where it's loud enough to wake you out of sleep, right? And if anything, it's actually more calming, so you might actually quicker stay in bed, right, and sleep in, compared to like birds chirping. It basically, because think about, birds mainly chirp when the sun is rising, right? Birds are mainly chirping when it's sunrise, when it's morning time. Every time you hear a bird chirping, the first thing that comes to your head is sunlight. You think of sunlight, you think of grass, you think of trees, and you think of morning time. You don't think of nighttime. Birds don't chirp at nighttime. I've never heard a bird chirp at nighttime in my life, ever. And I don't think anyone that's watching this video ever has. So that's literally the first tip that I have for you. So you literally must use a proper alarm clock, right? You have to. Trust me, just try it for a week or even a few days and you will significantly notice the difference. So you don't have to download the app specifically, but the app I use on the App Store, it's basically just called Sleep Science, and you download it, whatever, and then on the app it's specifically like it's customized, right? So it's customized to help you get like natural sleep because it's Sleep Science, right? So basically there's settings where it has like birds chirping and all of that, and what happens is you can actually make it gradually the volume gradually go up and then stop at a specific point, right? So what happens is whilst you're sleeping, the volume gradually comes in, so birds just start chirping, and then it gradually gets loud, but not too loud to like how your normal alarm would just go off and wake you out of bed, right? It happens and it gradually gets louder, but it stops at a point, right? So it's not too loud, but it's just loud enough to wake you up, right? So that's literally this is literally like one of the coolest apps that I've ever found, and I've been using it for like months at a time, and trust me, it works. So that's the first thing that you want to do: change your alarm clock. So what happens is once you change your alarm clock, you actually begin to sleep better. What this means is your body actually trains itself now that you can actually enter into deep sleep and actually get good sleep. Once your sleep increases, your brain function then increases, which enhance your creativity and everything. So you have to prioritize sleep in order to become more creative. Trust me, this is how a lot of people they're always saying, oh, you're so consistent, you post on YouTube every single day. Because if you have not noticed, well, if you haven't noticed, then I don't know how, but basically I literally post on YouTube every single day, every single day since like January the 2nd, right? So like basically just say New Year's, right? So every single day since the year start, I've literally posted every single day a video, every single day. So a lot of people, they might question like, oh, how do you always have ideas? How do you always know what topics to talk about? Well, to be honest, it's just because I've actually trained my creativity. I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but basically in order for you to be more creative or be more anything in general, you have to train it, right? In order for you to be more disciplined, you have to train discipline, right? You literally just have to be disciplined and then train it. So you might be disciplined for today, and then the next day you're not disciplined, or you're not as disciplined. So you have to be disciplined today, then the next day, once you catch yourself not being disciplined enough, you just force yourself and be disciplined, and the next day you force yourself, and then eventually it will just become a normal habit, and then you're just a disciplined person. So it's the same thing with all of this, right? With creativity or any form of skill in which you want to master, you have to literally practice it. So creativity, I've practiced creativity because I will literally refuse to go on Google, to Google YouTube ideas. I will refuse to do anything of that sort, right? So what happens is I've just trained myself that if I even get an urge to go and Google how to like make a YouTube video or YouTube video ideas, I literally just would not do that. I will literally just turn my phone off and just sit in a room, or sit in my room, or sit in the living room, wherever I'm at, right? I will literally just close my phone, like when I mean like you press the button so your phone isn't shining its light in your eyes and you're distracted and whatnot. So just put your phone down. That's the first step. Put your phone down and literally just sit there. Just sit there staring off to space. That might sound crazy, but literally, like, you can literally just stare at the wall or just stare off into space and just mind wander for a while and just think, okay, what's something? I will literally just mind wander and think, okay, what is something valuable? What are some experiences that I've learned today, or what are some experiences that I've learned within this past week? So if literally within the past week let's just say, random example, if I started eating extremely healthy and it benefited me, then I'd say, oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'm gonna just make a video on why you should prioritize diet, or why you should eat healthier. And from all of the knowledge that I already have on diet, I would just include it into the video. So I would start the video off by saying, okay, so you need to prioritize diet, and then all of the knowledge that I already have on diet, I just enter a flow state. I don't think, I don't have to script, I don't have to plan. I literally just press record, start the video with the topic, and then I just flow. Like right now, I'm literally just flowing. I haven't scripted. I didn't even think about what I'm gonna say in the video or anything. I literally just thought about only the title or whatever the topic is, and then boom, press record, and I'm ready to go. So by doing this continuously, what happened is my creativity literally trained. I've trained my creativity. So now whenever I have to be creative or come up with an idea, I don't just rush to Google or rush to TikTok and rush to YouTube. I literally just use my own damn brain, which is what everyone should be doing. So turn off your phone, put it down, and literally just stare off into space, stare at your wall, and then you'll just notice that ideas are just going to come. So another thing that you can use is meditation. I can't stress on that enough. I'm not even gonna go into full detail on meditation and all of that. I've made videos about it. So if you haven't been paying attention, then I'm not gonna tell you in this video. Go back and watch the videos, right? And pay full attention on how to meditate and whatever. So that's literally how you become more creative. You need to train it. And how do you train it? You literally, whenever anything that takes creativity happens, you just be creative. Or you can even willfully make yourself be more creative. So like with me doing YouTube videos, I'm basically willfully making myself be more creative, because I have to come up with an interesting topic. I have to come up with good advice. I have to come up with good ideas, right? On the spot. And then I press record, and then I have to just go with raw knowledge, right? So that is literally how you become more creative. It does not get any easier than that. Stop overcomplicating things. Literally just prioritize sleep. Get 8 to 8.5 hours or even 9 hours of sleep every single day, and literally that's it. And with that being said, peace.